Hi, I'm Sonia, and I help people take their power back. If you're interested in working one on one with me and want me to call you on your BS, all my coaching information is in the description below. Hello. You're gonna come over here now? You were sleeping. Yeah? I don't have any topics to talk about, so we'll see if anyone jumps on here, wants to hang out. You're ready now? Whenever I say my opening, hi, I'm Sonia, Jax always comes over to see what's up. Hi. Hi, Merry Christmas. Hello. What do you guys want to talk about today? Oh, is that the itchy spot? Oh no, not the itchy spot, Jackson. I've got nothing to talk about, so let me know what you guys want to talk about. If we aren't limitless, what if we are limitless to what we can manifest, does that mean we are also limitless to what we can revise? In my opinion, yes. If you can think about it differently and tell yourself that that is what happened and that is what's true, your experience is whatever you fucking tell yourself it is in the moment. The only reason you have bad memories is because you sit there and tell yourself that you have bad memories and this is a limit because this happened and that could never happen because these things happened, and it's all just your thoughts. Huh. What are you doing? I admire you a lot. You are amazing on certain topics. Well, thank you, Shannon. What? Why are you so itchy? Did you have a spot on your chin that was itchy? Poor baby boy. Hi. Hi, Moons. Happy holidays. They are here. What? People are opening doors downstairs, huh? Thank you. Had an interesting week. Nice. Can you talk about time and manifestation? I know I say I haven't now. Then I think about, for example, next month, how am I going to spend it with SP? And then think, well, time doesn't matter. and I get confused. You think the thoughts that you would be thinking if your plans were set in stone and it was a done deal. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. So if you're thinking about, oh, I'm probably not going to be with them and what are they doing and they probably don't like me and they probably never are going to talk to me again, and you're fucking right. Or if you're like, yeah, we're doing this next month together, you're right. And you let the rest unfold to prove you're right. But time isn't real. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. I love how you always tell us we are the ones in control because some coaches like to take people's power away. Yeah, I don't want your fucking power. I just did another video talking about that recently. I'm like, these videos never do very well, but it needs to fucking be said. Hi, Jacqueline. It's like, you can make these decisions for yourself. Why does my opinion matter so damn much? Had an old friend show up to my place and so many other things. Look at you. Oh my god, I remember joining your live last time saying how I felt like I was thinking of having a fight with my SP. After that, I worked on it and now me and SP are back in contact? Shifa, look at you go. Congratulations. That's awesome. I was following more of your videos and I got more ideas and now it finally happened. Congratulations. That is fucking awesome. I am so proud of you. Look at you. But you dropped all of that. Oh my god, we're gonna fight and bad things are gonna happen. Focused on what you wanted. Thank you so much. You are very welcome, but it was all you. You're the one who did it. I was listening to subliminals and it included people from my past contacting me. Wasn't even focused on that. Just told myself that every subliminal I listen to works instantly. There you go. People want to ask me about subliminals all the fucking time, and it's like, what do you believe about them? Because if you believe that they work instantly, then guess what? They're going to. That's funny, though. I was trying subliminals this week, and I know I didn't need it, but it was a fun tool to use. Hey, if nothing else, it proved to you, okay, well, I was telling myself that this will work, and you were proven right. But that's still fun. I know for me, like, remembering that you can just have fun with it, don't always think about it, that it can just be fun. Yes, and it was. I bet it was. Like, that's fun. That's super fun. I'm gonna do this technique and it's gonna fucking work without me having to put any thought into it. I joined a previous live saying how I will pass my exam in a short time, and I passed both my exams with a higher result than I expected. Oh, Patricia, congratulations. Of course you did. Not only are you a master manifester, but you know all the fucking answers. You're a goddamn genius. That's awesome. I was just thinking, I'm like, it's Success Story Saturday and it's 11:11, so there was just another 11 on my phone. Sonia, everyone here is starting to apply what you say and they are getting results. I know, it's super fun. I love it. I affirm that I have thousands of success stories, so you guys have to prove me right. I had my sister order me clothes, was affirming that this week, and it happened yesterday. Well, of course it did. You just get all kinds of fucking whatever you want. I wanted to feel spoiled. I love that. That's fun. I want clothes. I want to be spoiled. Someone's just going to give me clothes. I just posted a video on TikTok of somebody who was like, I wanted a new wardrobe. So I just was focused on having a new wardrobe. And then somebody at work's like, hey, want all my old clothes? And they were like, yes. So they got bags full of clothes. How to stop feel like I'm being delusional when manifesting, revising the big things in my life. Like I feel like I can manifest the things that seem small to me. First, you realize that manifesting anything is exactly the same. It's a fucking choice. How you are going to think about things is a choice. The more you manifest things that don't matter and you see that it works, it's easier to tell yourself that the bigger things. Also, I don't look at manifestation as delusional and really don't like that the community has latched on to that term. My friend Sheila calls it being mystical. When you know, because you've said you've done it with small shit, that it works, is it delusional to want something better for yourself and to believe that you could have what you want and tell yourself that that is what is true when that is how our reality works? It comes down to a fucking choice. And the more you decide to make that choice, the more familiar you're going to be with it. And the more you see things manifest, the more you're just going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to think these shitty thoughts because I know what these shitty thoughts bring into my life. Hi, why are you angry? I'm not angry. And if you're going to fucking ask me questions like that, I will block you. Just going to say, this is who I am. This is how I talk. And if you don't like me, please go away. That right there. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Thank you. However, I do have a question. Can I manifest several SP friends, love interest, etc.? Yeah. Absolutely. All right, sunshine. No, thank you. I don't know what your problem is, but sorry about that, Patricia. You can manifest as many SPs as you want. You could manifest a different love interest every day of the year if you fucking want to. This is your reality. What do you want your life to be with other people? How many friends do you want? What kind of friend group do you want? What kind of relationship do you want? There are no limits. Hi, Zelda. Hope everyone is staying warm. It's cold here. It's not cold here. I'm just chilly. Like, it's raining and all kinds of weird shit. So, but yeah, there's no limit to how many SPs you can manifest. And SP is just a specific person, meaning a person. I think this coming week is going to be full of success stories. Of course it is. Of course it is. I agree. We always get our shit. It should be every day because we are always manifesting. We absolutely are. And the more you realize and truly realize it's just what you're thinking and how you're viewing shit, I think I said it, you notice it more and more and more. And I don't allow myself to latch on to shitty thoughts anymore. It's like, I don't want this shit. 17, 17, all the repeating numbers. Been waiting on your lives. Can you explain how to truly decide something? For example, like a master manifester. You decide you are a master manifester, and then when you start telling your thinking thoughts about how you're not a master manifester, or you experience something that makes you think you're not a master manifester, you remember you decided you're a master manifester and you remind yourself who the fuck you are. I'm a master manifester. I always get what I want. That means that this shit that's happening in front of me is not how I'm interpreting it. It means I'm getting what I want because I always get what I fucking want. It's a choice. But if you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm a master manifester, and then bitch, whine, moan, and complain about how that's not what you're experiencing, guess what? You're fucking right because you're always right. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. And the more you come back to telling yourself that that is what is true, that is what you're going to experience. And then you're going to have the physical experiences to back up what you have been telling yourself. Like I always say, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Thank you. I just wanted clarity on it. You're welcome. How to not feel bad because I can't find success stories on my desire. Why does it matter if other people have accomplished it? So no one else has done it, so it's impossible? That's a fucking shitty way to look at things. You are God. You are limitless. Why do you have to have proof that what you want is possible? Maybe you're the first person who does it, and then you inspire a bunch of other people to do it. I would look at my self-concept of why can't I have what I want? If you're talking about revision, why am I unredeemable or whatever to make this happen? Sonia, I can't get over the life is meaningless concept. It's amazing. My whole life isn't the same since applying this to every area of my life. There's always a first for something. Someone always does it first. Yeah, I agree. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, the life is meaningless thing. Like I know at first you're like, what? But then like you realize once you see it, you can't unsee it. And you're like, oh shit, things really are just what I tell myself they are. And it works however the fuck I tell myself it works. And I've been doing this my whole life. And that's how I've been manifesting my whole life. And whenever you think positive is possible for you, you are always right, like Sonia said. Yeah. In other words, what you think is true is true. Mm-hmm. To me it's a lot of just seeing things from a different perspective. You're used to looking at shit from this perspective, but if I know I'm going to get what I want, then my knee-jerk reaction to how I'm interpreting this shit must be wrong. I meant possible. Yeah, it is possible. Thank you because you put things in simple terms. Oh, you're welcome. I know you want to hear, oh, well, this other person did it, but it's like, okay. But then you're just limiting yourself based on other people's belief systems. And there probably have been people who have manifested shit similar or the same thing that you want. They just haven't posted it on the internet. Because I know a lot of people manifest a lot of shit and they don't share it publicly. Because truly, what you manifest is no one else's business. I can officially say your channel is the best. Oh, thank you, Moons. Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. And it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of the more crazier shit, people don't post it on social media or anywhere. Because be honest, if you manifest it, are you going to go post it on social media? I agree. It's no one's business to know what you manifested. Yeah. I don't think it's their business to know what you're manifesting or what you've manifested. I come on here and share that shit with you guys so I can tell stories from my experience, but I don't talk about what I am currently manifesting very much with like anybody. Yeah, I wouldn't put any manifestation on the internet. So there you go. So why are you assuming that just because you haven't found somebody talking about it, that it must not have ever happened for anybody? No one needs to know what your success stories are unless you want to share it. I agree. I agree. Exactly. That's just for me and me alone. Plus, there's so many opinions on manifestation, and I don't want to get caught up in that crossfire. Yeah. I agree. Because then there's the people who are like, oh, but why would you want that? And what about this? And like, haven't put any of my success stories on the internet.
Uh, I think the radio was pretty. Actually, it was fine. Mm. I don't remember.
Yeah, but it comes down to it's nobody's business what you're manifesting. It was nobody's business what you were thinking about before you found out about manifesting. So why would it be their business now? 2024 will be a great year. I was just thinking about that yesterday. Absolutely, it is going to be. Hi, Sonia. Do we saturate our mind with our affirmations? I keep a good mental diet and remind it is unfolding in the background. You make the decision that this is how shit is, and you let go of if you're saturating your fucking mind. You're looking for all the reasons it's not working instead of just deciding that it's done and bringing yourself back to this is how shit is. So, this thing happening in front of me must mean I'm getting my shit. That's it. Saw a manifestation coach saying that the universe decided, and I started crackling. Oh, yeah. Oh, the universe decided this shit. It's like, no. Laugh out loud. I know, and once you start to see it and you really start to experience it, and then you start watching, hearing people and hearing that kind of shit, you're just like, no wonder. This is me at least. I'm like, no wonder it never made any fucking sense and I couldn't understand what these fucking people were talking about. I was actually talking about this with another coach yesterday. I was like, back in my like law of attraction days before it started to really click, I was like, I don't understand. I just there has to be something that is like the through all of it. But it's like you can manifest this, but you can't manifest this, and this is possible, but that's not possible, and you have to do this to get this kind of manifestation, but that kind of a manifestation you just can't do. And I'm like, okay, but like what's the through all of it? And then it's like, oh, your perspective and your thoughts. And that's it. I saw a few comments on some YouTube channels begging the universe for subliminal results. I felt bad. Oh, it's like it's like funny, but it's absolutely not, because it's like, okay, you're the one who is keeping yourself from having what you want by sitting here and being like, I hope this works. Please, please let me be worthy enough of seeing results. And it's like the only reason that you're not having results is because of you. Just intend they find the right information. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Or those people that comment and claim on a TikTok, I feel so bad for them. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah. I also send energy to the creators who put that shit in their content. Right claim to make sure that you get it. It's like, you're gross and slimy, feeling like, oh, go away, please. Hi. I used to think there was something outside of me. Oh, yeah. I figured that must be what's happening, because, like, I wouldn't pick this shit for myself. And then I realized, no, that was all me. I'm like, oh, oops. Hi. I really didn't know. I really don't know how I lived life thinking something was deciding for me. Yeah, I agree. Everything is us. Yeah. Well, and it's funny. I can't. What is the thing? It has a name, but they're like when you learn anything, they're like you're unconscious to it, and then you're like kind of consciously doing it, and then you're like more aware of doing it, and then you master it or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that feels accurate when it comes to manifesting. I feel bad because these people take advantage of people who are in bad places in their lives and want to see change. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. And it sounds really good of like, oh, you just do this and everything will change. And it's like, there are people who will take that and run with it and they will get that change, but it's because that's what they believe is going to happen. But the people making that content are doing it to get views. Because that shit of like, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on TikTok, be sure to do the thing so that you're doing it, is just so that they get more fucking views. Like, that's it. I'll mention it in my YouTube videos, but there are times I record videos and I'll fucking forget to say that shit. But on TikTok, I don't fucking sit there and go, be sure to comment, like, be sure to do the things. Like, I want to know, my kids are on vacation at the sea this holiday, so did I manifest it for them, or is it just my assumption that they are there with everyone as you pushed out? Everything is what you think it is. So did you decide that they were going to go to the beach and then it happened? I don't think you understand everyone as you pushed out. People are just who you think they are, and everything is what you think it is. Everything is consciousness. I agree. I saw a video that was titled 10 Signs the Universe is Testing You Before Your Manifestation. Oh, Jesus. Those people, you're being tested. No. No. Or when they want you to buy their course because they have information that nobody knows like they just want money. Oh yeah, those people are so scary. If people get in accidents or lose their job, did I create that because I am God in my reality? You need to focus on you. What do you believe about things? What do you believe about? I am learning to understand this concept. Everyone is you pushed out. Everything is you pushed out. Whatever you think is true is true. Do you believe that people get in accidents and get fired? Then that's shit happens because that's shit that all of us believe. Did you cause it? I don't know. Were you sitting there going, they're going to get an accident, they're going to get an accident, they're going to get in an accident? Like you made that choice for them and then sat there and affirmed it and visualized it? Then if you didn't, I would just assume that it was none of your business and you need to focus on you and what you think and what you think about them. Okay, they lost their job. Well, they're going to get a better one. You are too concerned on that everything happening in the world is your fault. I would look at your self-concept and ask myself why. It is my responsibility to make sure that everyone and everything is happy. The most problematic thing I suffered from consuming a lot of shitty content was limiting beliefs. Oh, yeah. Your beliefs can manifest in different ways. I agree. I understand now. Yes, I was blaming myself for years. Yeah. That's not what we're doing here. Choose to view things how you want to view them and think about them. Coaches say only a coach can pick on your limiting beliefs. Like, what the fuck? Oh God, that shit. I get so many people, well, how do you know what your limiting beliefs are? I'm like, your beliefs are what you think all the time. Your limiting ones are the ones that are telling you that you can't have what you want. It's very fucking simple. For example, if you think you're not enough, you will experience things happening to you to prove you are not enough. Exactly. Your entire belief system manifests. What you believe and tell yourself is happening and believe about yourself and you believe about other people will always be proven to you to be true. If you think somebody's an asshole, they fucking are, and they are going to do things time and time again to prove you right. We are all God of our reality. We are all creating our own experience. Everyone is on their own journey. So taking responsibility for other people's shit is not your problem. Yep, a belief is just a pattern of thoughts you keep thinking consistently. Exactly. That's why the repetition will change your belief system. Like they can dig deep inside our subconscious or something, right? Right? Man, when I first found limiting beliefs, I was like, oh, that's my problem. I have limiting beliefs. What are those? I wonder what those are. And like, then it was like, oh my God, I have so many of them. And it's like, yeah, because I'm looking for them. And I didn't even fully understand what they were. I am God. I decide I'm free of limiting beliefs, and that's it, period. Yep, I agree. Literally had somebody reach out and was like, some other coach told me that I can't just get rid of my limiting beliefs by telling myself I don't have it. That won't get rid of the core problem. It's like, okay, but if you tell yourself you don't have limiting beliefs, then you don't have limiting beliefs. But you have to remember that your belief system is what is manifesting. So you need to pay attention to what you tell yourself all the time. I tell myself I'm the operant power, I'm in control. You make the rules. How does this work? What's true about you and other people and everything? Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. That is the law. It is like the law of gravity. It is always a thing. Reading from Neville also helped a lot. The man never spoke about any limitations. No, he did not. He did not. I wish more people who spend a lot of time trying to learn manifesting on social media would just go read Neville. They spent as much time reading Neville as they do trying to look for answers on the internet, they would be so much further ahead. It's just, what do you want? What would imply your wish is fulfilled? Live in the end. Yeah. What do you want? Okay, I want to be in a happy relationship. Okay, if you were in the happy relationship, what would you be telling yourself is true? What is true if that is true? And then you think those thoughts. Live from the end. Like, that's it. The law of gravity and the law of assumption function in the same way. And I know when you're in that victim state, that's hard to believe. And I know for a lot of people, you don't realize you're wavering as much as you actually are. You're not truly telling yourself that things are the way you want them to be. You're letting all this other bullshit creep up and are still attaching to it. I'm now going to stop labeling my desires as illogical or logical. Yup. That's the other, when you're used to being very logical and figuring out how you're going to do things and figure things out and letting all of that shit go, it takes practice. It takes seeing it work. To start really understanding it and believing it. I tried the people are thinking what you think they are thinking with my friends. I told myself she wants to do something nice for my birthday, and she told me a few days ago she was thinking that, and mind you, my birthday is not close yet. That's funny. It's always working. People are thinking and doing and whatever you tell yourself that they fucking are. Very interesting, isn't it? It is. And that's why I keep always saying, once you see it, you can't unsee it, and you start experiencing it more and more, and you get more like, okay, I'm gonna just try it with this, I'm gonna try it with that, and you see it work, and you're just like. My brother read a story from a mushroom customer that said, if you were God, wouldn't think about. If you were God, you wouldn't think about becoming a human and forget about being God. And that really made me realize that this is exactly the case. If you were God, wouldn't you think about becoming human and forget about being a god? Yeah. It took me a second to like grasp what you were saying there, but yeah. I saw somebody, I have no idea who they were. I had never seen them before, but they were talking about somebody asked them, they're like, well, if we're all manifesting, then these people that are in horrible situations, are they just manifesting wrong? And they were like, what I was saying earlier. Everyone is on their own journey. Everyone is here to have their own experience. Personally, I believe we chose to come here. I believe we chose to come here knowing full fucking well what we were getting ourselves into. If we are always consciousness, and this is just a temporary experience that we were having. Hi, can you convince yourself that you can play an instrument when you have never played it before? Yeah, I've heard people doing that. You just tell yourself you're really good at it. And then the how you're going to learn it will show up. But if you pick it up every time and are like, this is hard, I can't do it, guess what? You're fucking right. As humans, we forget our power. We are only remembering who we are. Yeah, I agree. I agree. That part, Moons. If you didn't manifest it consciously, then it's not your fault. Simple. Yeah. When you don't know that what you are thinking plays a part in anything, how are you going to beat yourself up for shit that happened? And it's not like we're just taught that that's how shit works. So then who are we going to blame for not knowing? And does that really, playing the blame game, does it really fucking help anything or anyone? Oh man, what is is it a quote or is it just a concept people talking about, but where it's like, holding a grudge or not being able to forgive somebody or that kind of shit is like drinking poison and expecting it to hurt the other person? It's very true. You holding on to past shit and past hurt is only hurting you. Nope, I think people should do what helps them feel better and release the past and be gentle with themselves. I agree. Is that Buddha? It might be. I'm just like, I know I've heard that many, many times. I couldn't tell you where it originated from, but it's like it's very true. Especially I heard somebody else talking about, they're like, when I started on my healing journey, I wanted my parents to like validate the shit that I experienced as a kid, and they didn't remember that that shit even happened or that it happened that way. And it's like, yeah, because we all have our own experience. Since we only exist in the present moment, you act to recreate that. Exactly. If you keep coming from that same place, it's that Einstein quote: insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. In many ways to prove what you're thinking is right. Yeah, you'll just recreate it and it'll just prove that your thoughts always are creating. Exactly. Forgive people to set us free. Exactly. It doesn't mean that like those people were right and that they had a right to do it and they should have done that shit. It's like, no, but you are the one who is constantly coming back to this state by choosing to view things the way that you're viewing them. And holding on to all of that hurt is not hurting the other person. We are only harming ourselves, yeah, by doing that. I agree. I agree. And I know that when you've been through some really shitty stuff, it's really hard to look at it that way. I get it, but I held on to so much shit for so fucking long. And it is so freeing when you just are like, yeah, no. By doing that, you're creating a miserable experience. Yeah. And you are the one choosing it. You are the one in this moment who is choosing to keep that experience over and over and over and over again. No one else. Yep, 100%. Yeah, and I get it. I didn't see it for a long time too, and I heard that shit and was like, yeah, but this happened and that happened, and I feel like that comes back, that shit is a circumstance. You are holding on to that this circumstance is the thing that is keeping it that you could never be happy because this happened. And who's making that fucking decision? You are. I saw today something an ancient tribe in Africa does. Maybe it's called, oh lordy, Ubuntu? Ubuntu? When someone does something bad in the village, they bring him in the center of the village for 2 days, and the people. There's more. Yeah, you will see it from experience, absolutely. One by one, start telling the man good things he has done in the past and affirm how good he is and say phrases about him being forgiven. That's amazing. It reminds me, I don't know the doctor's name, but the psychiatrist, psychologist, whoever that used Ho'oponopono to like cure these, he was running a facility of inmates that were too violent to be in the prisons, and all he did, he never talked to any of them or worked with any of them. All he did was choose to see them differently. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, understanding that everyone is you pushed out, so he viewed them differently and they changed. And they were either able to go back into prisons, or a lot of them went and lived normal lives after that. Yes, you see it from experience, especially when you have been on both ends. Yeah. No one is in your head thinking for us. That part right there. Every time, for example, when my kid, got sick, I thought to myself, where did I do this? And then start the new intention. They will be okay, but I blame myself for all the bad shit. But now I know better. Thank you. Yeah, don't be, if you are going to go insane if you beat yourself up for fucking everything. You need to take responsibility for you. And then if things happen, then just view them in a positive way. We are in total control regardless. I agree. So basically, they just forgive him and they remind him who he really is. This is a punishment not based on shaming and locking, but forgiving. Yeah, that's amazing. I think we need more of that in the world of just, people have their fucking moments and we can move on. How to manifest money when I'm struggling financially. You stop telling yourself that you are financially struggling. You stop identifying as the person who doesn't have money. The thoughts you want to have about money and how you never have any are what is manifesting perfectly, creating your experience of being broke. How can I ignore the 3D? You focus on having the money. When you are imagining things, you tell yourself you have the money. When you're worried about paying a bill, you say, no, the bill's going to get paid. Nope, the bill is going to get paid. Nope, the bill is going to fucking get paid. There's some revision there. I've always had money. I've always been good with money. Money comes to me from fucking everywhere. But as long as you tell yourself, I want you to take a look at what you tell yourself all the time about money, because it's reflecting back to you perfectly. Do you suggest doing one desire at a time or multiple? You are manifesting 24 fucking 7. Your thoughts, the things that you believe, create your reality. What you are telling yourself in the moment is creating your reality. So what do you think about things? Do you want to just focus on one thing and like prove to yourself that it works? What works best for you? Yes, more forgiveness. I agree. My favorite money affirmations: I always receive money out of the blue. It's a good one. And it implies you don't have to do anything for it. Yes, it does. As long as you continue to function from the same perspective about money, you are going to get the same results with money. You're manifesting the lack of money perfectly. So take a look at what you constantly tell yourself about money, decide that that's no longer true, and start telling yourself something different. But when I tell myself, oh, my bills are going to be paid, it feels like I'm lying. Yeah, because you're not used to thinking and viewing things that way. So it's going to feel like lying. But your choice, your thoughts create. What you tell yourself is manifesting. You're manifesting 24/7. You are manifesting your money problems perfectly. So now you have a fucking choice. Are you going to continue to have a problem with money, or is that going to go away? I know it's fucking uncomfortable, but it's a choice. And until you see it as such, nothing's going to change. One of your neighbors moved out? The other one my neighbor found for me. It all worked out. I said I had money, and I do. See? There's a success story right there. My affirmation is money loves me. Yup. We are the one making it work. Yes, we are. I just simply like to affirm my life is so perfect in exactly the way I want it to be. Yep, you can go more general too. Yeah, it will feel like a lie at first. Yeah. In my early YouTube videos, I just was telling people just lie to yourself because it did feel like a lie. I'm like, yeah, I'm lying. That's not true. But is it actually true that you're not going to have the money to pay the bills, or are you just making an assumption that because you can't logically determine how you'll have money, that it won't turn out and it won't work out? Hi, Tony. I didn't worry about it. I said I have money. That's all I did. Yep. Yep. So I should continue to affirm if I don't believe it 100%. You're not going to believe it until it happens. It's a choice. Are you going to continue? Your thoughts create. You are manifesting perfectly. What you believe and what you tell yourself all the time will always be proven to you to be true. Do you want to continue to have the experience you're having with money because that's what you tell yourself, or do you want to choose something different even if it's uncomfortable? Because until you decide that this is no longer going to be how shit is, you're going to continue to get more of the same because that's what you tell yourself. Until you understand that your lack of money is because of your mindset, you don't fully grasp what manifestation is. What you consistently think is true, but it will feel like a lie because your mind isn't used to it. Exactly. The moment you think different, you are right, but it will most likely feel fake. Yeah. Because your brain is throwing at you all the reasons that it's not logically going to be different. But what about this and what about that? And if you're not choosing a different experience, things outside of you will never change. But whatever you tell yourself is true is true. Take out a piece of paper and write down what you truly believe about money. Is that the experience that you are having with money right now? Because I guarantee you it is. Yeah, just persist. Yep, that's why people say persist. Change. Decide that you now have money. You are the person with money. And whenever you want to think about how you don't have money or this couldn't have work out or blah, 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 nope, it's going to work itself out. I always have the money. It's going to come. It always comes. I always have money. Money is so easy for me. I'm so good at manifesting money. I've always been good with money. I've always had an amazing relationship with money. Persist. It's a lifestyle. It is. It's a choice. How are you going to choose to view money? Eventually your body will produce the feeling and align with your thoughts. I agree. And eventually you will have the experiences in your physical world that make you truly believe it all. And you won't feel cringe thinking differently. Yeah. Yep. I also, if money is like the hard thing for you, the unbelievable thing, do you really believe in manifesting? Have you proven to yourself that it works? That it works every time? Start working on and manifesting other things so that you feel more comfortable going all in, because it is all in. You cannot be telling yourself that money is not going to work in your favor and expect shit to change. You have to let that shit go. It's really this simple. Like, I just think and create, and I was creating hell for myself just because of my thoughts. Oh my God, I had no idea about it. Yeah, I didn't either. I had no fucking clue either until I realized, and I was like, oh yeah, everything in my life is a manifestation of what I think it is. My reality, my experience is whatever the fuck I tell myself it is. And when I change it, even if it's very fucking uncomfortable, at some point I will be proven right. And it's not like, oh, some point eventually, like it could be very fucking quickly. But you have to drop the old shit. As Neville said, you can't serve two masters. You can't be rich and broke. Which one is it? Do you have money or do you not? It's choice. And you can't go looking for proof that it's working. Yep, you will see things unfold and showing up. Even when your new thoughts feel fake. Yep, things will start to happen and you'll be like, would that have happened anyway? Was that a coincidence? I probably didn't manifest that. I couldn't possibly be that powerful. Will this live be saved? Yep, as long as it saves, like it saves automatically and I upload it, I'll upload it later today. So I always have the intention that it works, but unless there's some weird technical difficulty, I always repost my lives. I even post my lives on here from TikTok. Hi, Amina. So I have all the power and I was using it against myself, laugh out loud. Yeah. Yeah. It won't select the reality where there is no issue. Yeah. I always do. But I also just want to like people to know if for some reason it doesn't get uploaded, that's what happened. How are you? Hope you're well. I'm amazing. I think the real key is affirming when you see the opposite, because I just did that. They said my order was gonna be late. Hell no, it came exactly the time I said it would. Yep. We're so fucking powerful. We're so fucking powerful. Oh man, who was telling the story? Somebody was telling the story on TikTok. They're like, they wanted Chinese food, so they ordered Chinese food. And when they went to give the credit card, the phone just like died. And so she tried to call them back, and like they would answer, but no one would talk to her. And she's like, what? So she's like, okay, fine, I'll get Greek food. Ordered Greek food. They delivered the food. They forgot something. So she called them to have it delivered. And then she checked her phone, and the Chinese food had been delivered. So she got Greek food and Chinese food, and she never paid for the Chinese food. And it was just like, what the fuck? Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. I'm doing all right, seeing some improvement, but I will not look at it too much, just focused on the end. I've been struggling a bit with religion. I'm aware of the law, but still have that fear in me. I am never been a religious person, so I am not the person to talk about that topic with. I got nothing for you, but I get you. The person who I know has a very religious background and is a manifesting coach would be Nikki. And I think her channel is like manifesting with the law of belief or something like that. But she grew up very, like, she was going to church like all the time. Yes, that's exactly who it was, Jacqueline. I would eat both. Yeah, me too. What would you do if you feel like giving up on your manifestation? I love my person, but it's hard to trust the unseen. It's a choice. I can't make that choice for you. Do you want them or do you not? When I want something, I'm going to have it. So do you actually want it or not? Yes, that is exactly who Oquillis is that. I don't even know how you say her name, but yeah, that is exactly who it was on TikTok. I would go for some Greek food right now. What is her channel name? I believe it's the Law of Belief. She just changed it. If you go to Flossie's, which is Your Thoughts Create, she probably has it linked. I bought a crisp pack that only had... I bought a crisp pack that has only 6 packs, but there were 2 extras in there for some reason. Oh, of course they did. So I should focus on how I will get the money or simply getting the money. You have the money. When you want to think about how you're not going to be able to pay that bill, no, it's already paid. I always have money. I have this much money in my bank account. If you're focused on how you are going to get it, you are limiting yourself, first of all. And 2, you don't believe you're going to get it. It's just like anything. Manifesting everything, literally everything, is exactly the fucking same. As Abdullah taught Neville, you are in Barbados. You have the fucking money. If you have the money, you're not worried about how you're going to get it. You have the money. You have more money than you know what you're going to do with. And it happens a lot where you get extra shit, of course. Can't wait to send you all my success story. We are excited to see it. Guys, the same way you are persistent about getting a job, and the way you is the way you should persist in getting your desires. Did the interviewer say no once? Yeah, but that didn't stop you from going. But that didn't stop you. Just keep going. Yeah. Yes, you went on a job interview. It didn't work out. Did you not just like, you're like, oh, I went to one interview, I'm not getting a job. Tony, maybe start affirming, trust the unseen. That is another thing. You have a choice. You can either continue to focus on shit as it's always been, or you can choose something different. It's already done. Yeah, it is already done. Hi. I needed that affirmation too, so I'll just start affirming that as well. Yeah. I highly recommend doing things like we're manifesting seeing a blue ant. Come up with, or like, excuse me, like Moons did. My friend's gonna plan something for my birthday. And watch it happen. The more you do it and the more you see it, like I say, you can't unsee it. Once you start to see it, it's like, of course I can trust this with it. Of course I can let that go. Blue ant, oh my god, I'll manifest that. Yep. Laugh out loud, saw another blue ant yesterday. Of course you did. And a blue elephant. Oh, of course you did. And a blue pig. Of course you did. How to manifest lovable in-laws who treat you with all the love and respect. You tell yourself that your in-laws are lovable and treat you with love and respect. You stop seeing them as the in-laws from hell. I love my in-laws. They're amazing. Maybe I should start to do that. Revise smaller things to build my trust. Yeah. The more you realize that your thoughts create your experience and you see things happen because you are thinking about them, and also decide that you believe in manifesting and decide that this works. I had to do that. I was manifesting all kinds of crazy shit. I don't know. Do I really believe it? It's a choice. You're welcome. Start seeing yourself as someone who's respected and loved. I agree. By everyone. Everyone loves and adores me. Especially my in-laws. My in-laws are my favorite people. Reminds me, oh man, was it Neville? Was it Neville or was it Florence Scovel-Shinn? I can never remember, but somebody tells a story of somebody coming to them and they were I believe a seamstress, and they did costumes for like plays and stuff. And they're like, I love my job, but this one director is just such a pain in the ass. He's such a fucking asshole. And they were like, whether it was Florence or Neville, they were like, okay, so when you think about working with this director, what are you imagining happening with him? And it's like fighting and that it doesn't work and that it's going to be a pain in the ass. And they're like, okay, well, stop thinking that shit and just assume that he's going to be pleasant and easy to work with. They did that and stopped seeing them as the old version, and guess what happened? Guys, start saying, I always get what I want. That one. This affirmation is so powerful and you'll end up manifesting multiple things at once. Aria knew what she was saying. I always get what I want. That's the basis. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. I want it. I got it. Love you, Sonia. Have a great too. I love you too, Amina. You have a good night. When you talk about manifesting a blue ant, so what is the work I need to do? You need to tell yourself you're going to see a blue ant. How do you naturally think? Do you think more in pictures? Can you imagine a blue ant in your head? Or you can just tell yourself blue ant. And then you're just going to spend time telling yourself that you're going to see a blue ant. Imagine a blue ant and watch it manifest. Firm, I saw a blue ant today. Yep. I want to be at the place where I have something, and when my 3D throws shit at me, I don't care and change it. But sometimes the 3D can be an asshole. Then I react. But I will. You're a human being. You guys, I really need you to stop with the, oh, well, I reacted and everything's going to shit bullshit. You are a fucking human being. Things can happen that throw you off your game. You can even have a fucking week where you're goddamn spiraling and it takes you a minute to get back on the horse. That's fucking fine. The only reason it's a problem is because you tell yourself it is. There's nothing outside of you, as Moons was saying earlier, there's nothing outside of you determining anything. There is no God universe outside of you. There's no fucking Santa Claus going, oh, okay. But you didn't do it perfectly, so you're not getting your shit. You're deciding you fucked it up, and guess what you get to experience? Because you are God and you are always fucking right. Always. You need to start seeing whatever is happening in the 3D as I don't know how, but this is me getting what I want. It's a choice. But thinking that you're never going to react to anything, I don't think that's fucking beneficial. And beating yourself up about it is definitely not beneficial. At any rate, Arya's life is going. At the rate Arya's life is going, I don't think she fully understands the law. Yeah, laugh out loud, that's true, though Girly was on something with 7 rings. Agree, Sonia, we are always right, yeah. And will be proven to be true, yep. And like I say, once you see it, you can't see it. It's not that every thought you think manifests. It is your state of consciousness, your state of being, the things that you believe to be true, the things you tell yourself all the fucking time. The way that you change that is by choosing to think about things differently now. I see that a lot. Oh my God, I had a thought against it and now it's all ruined and I've been spiraling for a month. And it's like, what the, no. The only reason that was a problem is because you're fucking telling yourself that it is. It's not a problem. It doesn't matter unless you sit there and tell yourself that it does. A lot of people have been asking me recently, how do you not feel your feelings? How do I just suppress them? And it's like, you don't. You're a fucking human being. Feel them and let them go. Either affirm through it or have your fucking moment and get back to it when you feel better. Or do that too. Revise it. Or tell yourself it's not affecting anything. Exactly. Let the feelings fucking out and then be like, yeah, that never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. Whatever you tell yourself is true in this moment is true, regardless of what the fuck is happening outside of you. Hell, revise that shit. Exactly. Whatever you feel better in the moment. Yeah. And stop beating yourself up. You don't get fucking brownie points for beating yourself up and punishing yourself. That whole, like, growth has to be hard mentality is dumb and not true. It's a choice. And I know it doesn't fucking feel like it, but it is. And like I keep saying, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Feel your emotions. I agree. I ain't never seen a successful person have a negative mindset and saying to themselves and other people publicly about how they never get what they want. That part. That part. I just heard somebody talking about successful people. They're like, no, every successful person succeeded because they knew they would. Go, start watching documentaries. Start watching documentaries about famous people who've done crazy shit. They all had the mindset of, I don't know how, but I'm going to be successful. Doesn't matter if it's actors or inventors or whatever. True. You ain't hear Elon Musk saying he always fails. Exactly. You don't see Elon Musk crying about how broke he is when shit goes wrong. Nah, bro, he knows he is hella rich regardless. Exactly. Fucking exactly. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Laugh out loud, we thought of Elon Musk at the same time. Some coaches say if you react to the 3D, you are just creating it again to happen. So I just left that manifestation. So I just left that manifestation, then I will never have it. These people with their limiting beliefs, but now I won't give up. You are shifting through states every time you think a fucking different thought. The more you come back to thinking the thoughts you want to think, the more you will be proven that those are what is true. You're doing this anyway. All of the shitty thoughts that you constantly think are manifesting fucking perfectly. You've been doing this your whole life. I'm convinced there's some celebrities who use the law. They're all using the law, whether they're conscious of it or not. Who knows? But the way they're successful is because of who they believe they are, their belief system. I know I'm going to be successful. But like Jim Carrey is a great example. He is very open about using the law. You guys are so amazing. I feel like I'm in another world. Thanks for the help. You're welcome. I reacted to the 3Ds sometimes, but the important part is to correct yourself and affirm in your favor. It's okay to doubt, but correct it. Exactly that. It's not about I didn't perfectly think the thought over and over and over again forever. It fucked it up. Okay, where are you coming back to the majority of the time? What stories do you tell the majority of the time? What do you keep coming back to? Not how much time do you stay thinking this one affirmation over and over again, but how much do you come back to telling yourself that that is now what's true? Jennifer Lopez also applies the law. See, there you go. 3D is a mirror anyway. But I understand as humans, it can feel very real sometimes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I need you guys to understand that when you get triggered, your things that are triggering you, everything outside of you is neutral. You are having a reaction to something that is happening. The more that when you have those moments, you can take a step back and ask yourself, why is this upsetting me so much? You're going to learn a lot about yourself. And manifesting is all a journey about you, learning about you. Self-concept really does reflect instantly. Yep, it's your entire belief system that manifests. Because everything is a manifestation. It always has been. All right, guys, I got to get off of here in like 10 minutes. So if you have last minute questions, go ahead and let me know. What is self-concept? Self-concept are the thoughts you think about yourself. What do you believe about yourself? Who are you? What are you capable of? Anything that you put after I am. Things about your appearance. Things about how smart you are. The big ones, the core of your belief system of worthy, deserving, enough, if you're constantly telling yourself you're not enough in some way, or I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, that's all being reflected back to you perfectly. You're welcome. Self-concept is really your mindset. I look at it as the part of me thinking about myself. Everyone as you pushed out is the part of you thinking about other people. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. Your thoughts are your reality. It is your experience. Everything outside of you is a neutral thing that is happening, and then you are putting meaning to it based off your past experiences, unless you catch yourself and tell yourself something different. We can manifest intelligence too. Manifestation is everything, like you said, so like you say, Sonia. Yeah. Whatever you tell yourself is true about anything. You can accept or reject any thought that you have. Oh, I actually manifested good drawing skills. It's so useful, see? If you tell yourself you can't draw, you're fucking right. If you tell yourself you're really fucking good at it, guess what? You're also fucking right. You're welcome, Moni. See, Moons did it with dancing. Oh my god, I'm so not good at this. I can't do that. It's so hard. You're right. I can manifest being good at sports without even trying, as long as you tell yourself that you are good at the sport. No matter how you go and play it, things will unfold in a way to help you get better at the sport and prove you right. I need to do that, girl, because I be dancing like a clown. Which I know is bad, a bad information. Hey, at least you're aware of it now, see? Everything is just a belief. Exactly. Everything is just a belief, which is just a thought that you tell yourself fucking all the time and is latched onto as true. That's it. Yes, and if something needs to be done, you will do it automatically. Yeah. You don't need to worry about that. Yeah. The way that you're like, oh, I'm not good at sports, I'm not athletic. You're fucking right. So why can't you just decide that you're good at shit? Just change your thoughts about the subject. Yes. It all starts internally. When I decided I wanted to be a YouTuber, I started telling myself I'm a YouTuber. And then the desire to get on YouTube started from there. I just lost 10 kg just by affirming I'm my goal weight and didn't diet, just ate whatever I want. See? And the way you manifested that, you can manifest anything else. The rest will happen. It all starts with your mindset, though. I used to be a horrendous cook. I burnt soup and manifested learning how to cook too. 2 years ago, when I said, hell nah, I'm gonna learn, trust myself, trust me, you can do whatever, no matter how bad you are. I love that. That's awesome. That is amazing. It's amazing. And you had that belief from old experiences of, oh, I'm not a good cook. So you kept telling yourself, well, I'm not a good cook. So every time you go to cook, you had to fuck something up to prove you're right. And then you're like, no, I can cook. No, I can cook. 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 And then things happen to prove you're right. That's all we're doing here with anything. Whether it's something about yourself or somebody else or a experience, whatever, the past. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. That's it. That's all it is. Like, how do you even burn soup, bro? And people say you need logic. Nah. But you were proven right. You believed you were such a bad cook that you couldn't even make soup. And you were proven correct. Like, man, I'm so bad at this. and you didn't even realize you were doing it because it was just true, quote unquote true. Yeah, I'm not good at making food. It's always some debacle always happens. I can see it with my brother. My brother cooks constantly and his food is always good, and he has this mindset of just like if you cook with him, he's like just it's fine. It's fine. Is it on fire? Then it's fine. Like just whatever. And it always turns out. It's like, how? You didn't even put like half the shit we were supposed to in here. He's like, yeah. I laughed my ass off when I saw that. All right, guys. Any last questions for today? I will be back Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time and next Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time if you want to come hang out. But I gotta be jumping off here for today. Have a great Christmas, Sonia. Have a great Christmas, Moons. Just some seasoning, girlies. Bye, Moons. Bye, Zelda. Happy holiday. Hi, Sonia. What do you do when I miss SP? Do I have to stop thinking of him to manifest? Your brain is always going to think thoughts. If it just naturally thinks a thought about them, and then you're beating yourself up for thinking about them, or is that beneficial to anybody? No. The problem is if you thinking about them in a way you don't want them to be. When you miss them, you're telling yourself that they're never coming back. Because if you were together and he went, or he, she, they, whatever, went on a business trip and you missed them, would you assume that they're never coming back? So you need to look at your self-concept. What do you believe about yourself? Are you worthy, deserving enough to be in a relationship? Would this person choose to be with you? What do you think about relationships? They never work out. I could never have one. What do you think about this person? They don't want me. They chose somebody else. They ignore me. You're in the happy relationship. When you think about this person, you tell yourself that you're in a happy relationship. As Abdullah taught Neville, you are in Barbados. Bye, Moni. Happy holidays. Happy holidays, NJ. Tony, Jess, Merry Christmas. Bye, Jacqueline. You're welcome, Sabrina. Merry Christmas. Every day is Christmas for us. Jess, I absolutely agree. If you know, you know. We always get what we want. All right, everyone. Have an amazing holiday. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you soon. Love and light.